And just a couple of days ago, the candidate of ABGA, Solo, was accusing him of not finishing his school sat. So
I called him a domestic servant.
Yes. So it led me to wonder what's going on.
Yeah. Well, you need to make some clarifications, and so it's important to clear some of these things. So, all right, thank you very much. So
many doctors these days.
A lot of them, I don't know what it means, really. So this is Mutiu Aboke, PhD. Let's talk about that. When it comes, we'll be talking about it when he gets in here. I know. He defended it at OAU, so we'll see him when he comes around. All right, so, Michael, today we want to discuss, let's start with the building collapse before we come to the issue of the invasion of the premises of the Chief Justice. This building collapse, what came to me was like, this is one building collapse too many. That was the way it came to me, particularly when I saw some very horrendous videos, of people trapped under the rubbles, iron bars, pillar columns, come crashing. So we can talk about building and the structures, the process. So, Michael, I know you report on real estate. Where are we getting it wrong?
Well,
before we look at this particular incident.
You see, you say where we are getting it wrong. Well, I know that we have policy, you have legislation, all right? Legislation, definitely, the framework for implementing legislation is policy. And then you have the process itself of building. And then you have regulation. So we got it wrong at every stage. So, for instance, you were mentioning the National Building Code. The National Building Code that subsists in this country should be about 9 or 8 years old. It's not even a National Building Code that speaks to, the contemporary things, because it's not yet a code in the sense of, legislation.
With the force of
done in relation to legally backed regulation. That's number one. Number two. You were watching a video before we came to the studio.
Yes,
and it speaks to
sick video to
it watch. Speaks to our penchant for cutting corners or trying to maximize profit. So, and you have it everywhere. I was in class earlier today, and I was saying to the people, we usually do this thing. When you take your cars to the auto mechanics, they also tell you, or when you now translate that to the building sector, you have, maybe if you go to buy a vibrated block, maybe they say, it's 1 bag to 20. Some people will tell you we can get 40 for 1 bag of cement. And they will tell you it's strong. And they will point to buildings. They say, that's what we did for this building. That's what we did. And you will see the buildings are solid. And you say, let's do it. And then you also have people in the ministry, I'm talking about the regulators now, who say, and then you have the developer himself, who is also trying to get more with little. And they tell you that, so you are making reference to the synagogue building earlier on. So you got approval for 2-story building. In the course of building it, someone says, we can do 6 stories. We can do 6-story building. Let's go ahead and do it.
That is strong enough to take 6.
As it's strong enough to... Meanwhile, I know, even as a layman in this thing, I know that if you are going to build 6-story building, you have to start with the foundation.
Sure.
So if you have 2-story building approved and you do a foundation that is good enough for a 2-story building, while you are now doing the first floor, or you have got to the second floor, someone just suggests that, Oga, let's do 4 more. And then you say, the foundation that's basically what we are trying to do. You see, it's just like you have a car that was manufactured in 1972, and you still want to drive it today. A car that was manufactured in 1972, you probably do not have spare parts of it again.
Well, they call that vintage.
Vintage. The word vintage simply means that you put it somewhere and people come and pay to watch it, not to have it on the road. So we got it wrong everywhere. And in this case, it beats me that we will have this conversation again. That's what beats me in all these things. We'll have this conversation again.
I feel a sinister sense when you say we'll have it again.
Yes.
You're saying
we'll have it again.
The building collapse will happen again.
Another building will collapse. And then we'll come back and say who is to blame. And then the governor will come and suspend somebody and then we'll set up a committee and that's all. And then the next building will collapse. We'll go again, we'll set up a committee. That's the issue. For me, nobody is getting punished.
I know that another building collapsed within this week when that happened, even in Lagos.
Even in Lagos.
I think in Lekki or something, Lucky suburb. But tell me, Tunde, why are we this way?
Okay, I think it's a very complex question to process, to think about it, because somehow I feel it reflects on all of us, not just a section. As Michael rightly put it, you can almost find this, in all spheres of our lives, whether it's in engineering, like in this case, or in medicine, or in media, like, in the case of what we do, and wherever you look. I think there's something about us that is very averse, to processes and being very efficient. And as a black person, it's not a good feeling, because, I remember the book by now late Chief Oyebola, The Black Man's Dilemma. Of course, a lot of people disagree with some of the assertions in that book, but it seemed to to conclude that there's something very fundamentally flawed with black people. When it comes to reaching out for excellence. Michael called it a penchant to cut corners. You think you are maximizing profits, but in the real sense, you are a loser. And this is another example. Now we can pontificate about, this particular case, how, what, and what not should have happened. But my major concern is that we seem not to learn. Mike also mentioned it. We seem to also have this capacity to never learn about these things. So the governor of Lagos State has been there about 2 or 3 times now. Our hearts go straight to those who have lost their lives and their family, their loved ones, who are seriously bereaved about this situation. But what is to tell us that this will not happen again? I was sharing with some of my friends somewhere that, look, I'm sure if you decide to do a building audit of all the property structures that we have across different states in Nigeria, it will shock you. And this is me not quoting any particular statistic, but I would not be surprised if you find maybe 70 to 80% of them in breach of the original approved plan. We do this all the time. This is the plan you have with the relevant authorities. This is what you are building without approval. And that's where it starts. Because when you start to build things without approval, then it leads to the next stage of not also using the needed materials to build. Cocoa House has been there for how many years? I think about 24 stories.
Yeah, a 24-story building. And it has even suffered fire outbreaks sometimes. Before. Yes, and it's standing tall.
And here we are talking about a building that is less than 3 years old, that is still under construction. Collapsing. This seems to be more peculiar with Lagos because, for obvious reasons, Lagos by size is the smallest state in Nigeria. If you look at the land, And then we're talking about very expensive, properties. So there's that pressure to want to build high-rise structures. That you are not having it in other states does not mean that those states are doing anything different. It is just that the pressure on Lagos is more, probably quadruple that of any other state in Nigeria. Well, I think that I'll take this back to the government.
So okay, let me quickly put a question in there. So,
if there is one lesson I've learned, and I think this is where I disagree a lot with Michael, is that telling our people to do something right in good faith doesn't work. Because I wonder, people will not argue with their doctors. People will not, if a doctor prescribed that this is what you should use when you have malaria or when you have fever, you listen because it's your health.
Life.
But people will argue with the structural engineer, they will argue with the architects.
We will argue with our lawyer.
Yes. Look, I have been building, properties.
Not today.
I'm an experienced developer. So look, I want to use these 20 bags.
And I'll compensate for it from this way.
10 bungalows.
Yes.
Maybe the ones that will not take it will say, okay, then
go ahead.
I withdraw. Some others will say, don't worry, we can do whatever you want. It's just to maximize profit. So to expect that our people will do things in good faith will not work. We're going to be putting a lot more lives at risk. So we need the regulatory agencies of government to step up. I know a lot of them are compromised. When you see a construction going on and the next thing is you see a sign that is being sealed, some will tell you that it's actually an invitation to bribe, not correct. So once you go there to settle, then you can carry on.
Go ahead. So that can explain for what actually happened between when it was stopped and then when work started. We can say.
You can see what is going on. So we need them to be tighter when it comes with their control, to be very strict in enforcing standard and quality.
Okay, so let's take a break. Michael, in her own opinion, at the back page of the Punch newspaper this morning, one of our recommendations was that there should be a complete overhaul of the leadership structure of regulatory agencies, particularly when it comes to the building in Lagos. She said, we need to change all of them. That should be a reform. So we'll be back in a moment. Stay with us.
It's hot. It's nationwide, online and offline. The biggest sales of the year 2021. It's Konga Yakata from 11th November to 12th December. Supported by HP, Intel, Verve, Lenovo, Samsung, Unilever, Zynox, and many more. Konga, the e-commerce group you trust.
In my 25 years of practice as an obstetrician, I get asked a lot of questions from expectant and pregnant mothers. One regular question is, what supplement is good for me and my baby during pregnancy? I always recommend Oberon 6 because of the positive feedback I've gotten from my patients over the years. Oberon 6 contains essential minerals and vitamins necessary for the healthy development of baby and mother before, during, and after pregnancy. Give you and your baby the nutrients you deserve with Oberon 6. Oberon 6. Healthy mother, healthier baby.
Look everywhere. Look in different places. So many people winning all over the world. The time has come. The moment we've been fighting for. So many women winning all over the world. So stand up, cause you can, and you can be a leader in any way that you are the spice, you are the seasoning, you got the recipe, you can be whatever you want. Yes, you are the flavor, as beautiful as the rainbow. You got the recipe, you can do whatever you want.
The recipe. What will you make?
With Maggie, cook the difference.
Make you join the Obunge Yellow Awoof giveaway. They jollificate with extra 500% bonus anytime when you recharge with 100 naira or more on top MTN Better Talk. And if you like everyday Awoof, na star 888 hash, you go take recharge to enjoy 600% Awoof bonus on top MTN Awoof for you and enjoy 700% extra bonus every time when you recharge 100 naira or more on top MTN Yafu Yafu. So turn up Awoof with the boost brain.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
Lọ́kùnrin lóbìnrin àmúwá fún yín láti iléeṣẹ́ tó jẹ́ aṣáájú nínú ṣíṣe máṣíìnì alùpùpù lágbàáyé Hero Hunter. Máṣíìnì alùpùpù Hero Hunter 100 pẹ̀lú ìjókòó gígùn tó tún tẹ́jú, ààyè ìgbẹ́rù tó fẹ̀ àti ẹ́ńjìnì alágbára 100cc tó tún wá pẹ̀lú warranty onídìíwọ̀n lóṣù 12 Visco tàbí Amasco engine oil oní lítà 24 èyí tí yóò mú ọ tọ́jú ju $40 lọ. Fún ìgbà díẹ̀ ni o, fún ẹ̀kúnrẹ́rẹ́ àlàyé ẹ lè pe ìlà ọ̀fẹ́ 0800 800 8080. Hero Hunter, máṣíìnì alùpùpù tó lálòtọ́ tó ṣe é gbára lé.
Uncle Dentist, wetin be cavities and how Colgate take dey protect my teeth from cavities? Shey dey use comfort?
No dear, na hole for teeth dey cause most tooth pain wey be cavity. But if you use Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection take brush every day, the confirmed formula go help keep natural calcium inside our teeth wey go protect them from tooth decay.
Time don reach to upgrade to the world's most chosen toothpaste, Colgate, because Colgate locks calcium in.
Now, the Nigerian Dental Association, they recommend Colgate.
Báwo lo ṣe ń súnmọ́ ìṣẹ̀dá? Ṣé nípa àwọn ibi tó máa ń lọ ni?
Mo fẹ́ràn etí òkun.
Bóyá o fẹ́ràn àwọn ẹranko.
Ó kú ẹ.
Torí pé ò ń gbé pẹ̀lú ìṣẹ̀dá sì ń gbé nínú rẹ. O nílò mílìkì tó kún fún dídára ìṣaralóore tó ń ṣagbátẹrù ìgbé ayé rẹ. Mílìkì ọ̀hún ni Coast Milk. Torí náà, tẹ̀síwájú láti máa.
Someone gave me this script to read, but I'm JJ Okocha. I don't know how many words I must read in a minute. I play football, not Mr. Actor. I don't read scripts. I'm at my best when I feel this. That feeling, that's Betking. Join us at betking.com.
Dem no dey tanda one place dey wait for life o. You go sharparly waka go meet am. No be how many chance wey you get na im matter o. Na wetin you take am do na im be the koko. As day dey break dey go, cup after cup. With better smell wey dey tinkolo body. And Omio taste of Nescafe 3-in-1. Your day don't start gidigba be that o. E con still finish gidigba. Nescafe don land now for sachet for shinkily 70 naira. With Nescafe, everything don't start be that o.
Chai, I wish I don't reach house by now. I for don dey spoil myself with better drama series or dey watch comedy shows with dey sweet belle. In fact, I fit even dey chill with better action movie. And my pikin dem fit enjoy cartoon.
No matter where you reach out, so better entertainment standard gidigba for you on top Go TV. Local or foreign drama, reality shows, sports, action films with ogbonge cartoons. Everything full ground for your enjoyment. Just go buy your Go TV decoder where they come with 1 month Go TV Max subscription for 9,500 naira.
Anytime you feel cold and Qatar, take Procold. You go. Take Procold.
Make no waka miss road o. Procold get paracetamol and phenylephrine for effective relief from cold and catarrh within 20 minutes. Now, Orange Drugs Limited distributor. If symptoms never stop after 3 days, make you waka go see your doctor. Procold, na better medicine.
Take Procold. Take Procold. Procold. Take Procold.
Dem no dey tanda one place dey wait for life o. You go sharparly waka go meet am. No be how many chance wey you get na im matter o. Na wetin you take am do na im be the koko. As day dey break dey go, cup after cup. with better smell wey dey tinkolo body. And Omio taste of Nescafe 3-in-1. Your day don't start gidigba be that o. E con still finish gidigba. Nescafe don land now for sachet for shinkily 70 naira. With Nescafe, everything don't start be that o.
Splash FM 105.5.
Welcome back. It's still Splash 105.5 FM, your integrity station, and we are still right here on Splash Rendezvous, looking at the issue of building collapse in Nigeria. Let me inform you that we are live on Facebook, and you can join us, and let's have this discussion together. You can make your comment on the live chat if you have some comments there. Samuel Adekunle, thank you for joining us. Joy Temitope, we appreciate you for being part of this discussion this evening. So just join us and let's make the conversations together on the program today. We're right there live on Facebook. Tunde is here and Michael Olatunbosun is also here. We're still looking at this issue surrounding the matter of building collapse. Now, what are we dealing with? Are we dealing with corrupt government agencies who constantly abdicate their responsibilities? Or are we dealing also with soulless construction personnel who will do everything to maximize their profit, no matter what they are able to gain from it? Michael, over the microphone, was talking about, before we came on the microphone, was talking about how the pedigree of this owner, you know, before we got to now meet him in this kind of tragedy, about how he had buildings, construction properties in London, in South Africa, in Ghana, in Nigeria. But none of the ones he had in all of those countries failed. But the one here, this 3 towers, failed. So today, I want us, 360 degrees, I want us to look at some gaps. I'll come to Tunde, then we'll come back to Michael. There was this letter that surfaced on the internet about a construction company that says that they wouldn't want to go ahead, with the construction. That letter was dated February 2020. And that letter stated that they don't want their names on the board.
And they don't want to be responsible for
whatever happens. That construction. In fact, it's stated there clearly. This morning, Oluwatu Adeyemi also sent a document to our group chat, if you remember.
That document has been going about.
And that document, I just saw it this morning. That document you saw that they approved 15-story building.
Yes.
But the deputy governor said that they have approved 21-story building.
The deputy governor was just trying to be political, and he was trying, basically to cover something up.
You are accusing the deputy governor.
Oh, did I?
Yes.
They now maybe suspended or sacked, because I don't see any way back into the system for him. General manager of the Lagos State Building Control Agency, Bolanwoki. I'd come out earlier to say it was 15 stories that they approved.
Yes.
So I think a suspension may not be unconnected with the fact that what he said seemed to be a contradiction
to what the
governor. So it may not even have to do with the negligence that led to
the collapse.
The oversight, which has now brought upon this tragedy.
No, but the point is, if Okia said what he said about 15-story building being approved, what was the agency looking at that they had 21-story building on a 15-story building approved?
You see, this thing about agencies, just like you were saying earlier about overhauling the leadership structure of these regulatory agencies. Regulatory agencies are just there to give some people jobs.
Did you say just there?
Yeah,
they're just supposed to just be there.
That's the reality, unfortunately, that we have in our nation, Nigeria. Let me give you an instance of. I've worked in private schools before. When the supervisory ministries are coming, they usually inform the proprietors of the school. They are coming, and then they prepare lunch. They buy lunch. They put money in envelope. See, leave regulatory agencies. They are not coming from heaven. So if this, you see, Ikoyi is not a remote area. It's not a village where you will say that, okay, with our vehicles had bad tires, so we couldn't get there. Ikoyi is premium area. So if an agency, any building agency should pay attention to Ikoyi and Banana Island or VI, all these places. They should pay attention to them. So if you approved 15 stories, and you are supposed to go on routine supervision, regular routine supervision. The moment it became number 16, what did you do?
Michael, thank you for that. I have a question here. Can the regulatory agency claim ignorance of what was happening at that construction site? Is it possible?
You see, there is an aspect that we should look at. How independent are these regulatory agencies?
Okay.
Because you see, if you are called a regulatory agency, there has to be some level of independence in your operation. That will guarantee professionalism. That's why I will be careful about knocking, this particular board or the body. Because you see, and I always say that when politics comes in, everything else, while a lot of people, including those in our industry, put so much attention, on the operations of NBC, so now with this cat and mouse relationship that exists, they forget that the NBC in itself is not very independent. It is controlled largely by the Ministry of Information, by the Minister of Information. I know for a fact that the Minister of Information can influence and affect the remover of the DG of NBC.
They call them supervising minister.
And the information minister is a partisan political appointee.
An appointee of the president.
Remember, we also had the same problem, I think it was under former AGF, when that's Andoaka, Mike Andoaka, when he was trying to put EFCC under the Ministry of Justice. I don't know if that's not how it works right now. Anyway, the point is, how much can any regulatory agency, how much can they do when you have powerful executives breathing down on you? So to answer your question, when it became story number 16 and 17,
18.
But you discover that
it's conspicuous.
Yes,
that's a conspicuous building.
You discover that this person has actually gone above you to get approvals. The best you can do at that point, which is not what you see often with our people,
to resign,
is to get for the person to resign.
Because of just one building.
Oh yes, but integrity is important.
Many people get to resign on principle.
All right,
that's why in Nigeria.
Thank you, Tony. When we talk about this Lagos, yes, Lagos has happened. We're looking at lessons. There are high-rise buildings coming up in Oyo State, in Ibadan.
There are so many of them around.
All right, so what should we be telling our government today?
Well, what I will tell them is what I believe applies to all other state governments, even federal government, that we have to tighten our regulations. There are certain things we should not compromise, because you're dealing with people's lives. If you give out a contract, for instance, recently we dealt with something like that for a company to build a flyover or bridge somewhere. There is a department that is supposed to go there for quality assurance and certify this project. It is not just when the contractor say, "Oh, we are done," and they to certify. What happens most times is that department is compromised, so they certify a job that has been badly done. So I will appeal, because you see, all the power seems to rest with our politicians who hold powerful public offices. That when you do these things, consider that people's lives, including your loved ones, could be involved in this. Don't just think about, what's your bank, the changes this will make to your bank account. So if you're put in an office to exercise control on the most insignificant variable, quote and unquote, please make sure you do your part. With proper regulation, with proper control, we can avoid, because we are not going to be short of people who want to cut corners. It is the duty. There's a reason why these agencies, why these control boards and bodies are set up. It's to make sure that everybody, is wiped into line. The question is, are they doing what they are supposed to do? I don't know. I'm in the mood to just beg them that please think of not just yourself, but it could, because look at what has happened in Lagos now. Who would have thought?
I mean, the tragedy there is unquantifiable.
Both the rich and the poor are now victims.
Yes, everybody.
In this case,
everybody.
You have workers who are maybe they will get 3,000 a day.
A daily worker. A man who was built to go to the US that day,
including
there.
Possibly the developer.
Maybe the developer himself.
Who perhaps was thinking of the billions that
he was going to make.
On it.
Had already made.
So you cannot predict the outcome of what your negligence or compromise would do. That's the only thing.
So, Michael, what would you say to your state government, right, at this time?
Just like Tunde said, Oyo state government is our primary, but, our universal is every government in Nigeria, including the federal government. I think that we should consider this section, I think it's section 14, I think section 14.2 or so of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended, that says the primary responsibility of the government is security and welfare of the people. And so security and welfare of the people also means making sure that regulatory agencies do their work diligently, because the lives of human beings may be at stake in all that they do. And I want to appeal to Nigerians, as we, just like Tunde said, I think we are on this appealing thing today, is why don't people look at things and say, okay, there's someone promising me money here, and count the cost. Okay, if I take this money, would I put the lives of people in jeopardy? So why don't I just sit this person down and say, okay, sit down. I know you want to give me money. I also like money, and I want to accept money. But can you please also make sure that you do this thing rather than give me the money? You see, I was involved in supervising a building some time ago for a family member. And you see, this thing is there's big temptation in this, I must confess to you. Let me just give you, in 2 minutes, let me give you the experience. So the plumber brings the bill, and I say, no, this is too much. Why don't you cut 50,000 naira from this bill? And then he now says, that 50,000 naira, I added it for you. That's what the guy told me. I said, no, this house is my brother's house. I'm not going to take this money. This is what we are going to do. We are going to do quality job. My brother has already paid me handsomely for supervising this building.
So
the electrician came and did the same.
So the man added 50,000 naira
for me
on the bill for
and
you.
And told me that it's for me. So you can understand what we are talking about.
So what's the implication of you collecting the 50,000 naira?
The implication is that I'll collect 50,000 naira, but we'll draw some compromise on some of the construction that we were doing.
So you wouldn't be able to stand your ground when it begins to cut the corners.
Exactly.
Maybe quality of the material.
Yeah, so I told him, I said, no, I'm not taking the money. What I want is quality job. Don't forget, this house is family member's house. I can claim a flat in this building
someday you'll probably be living there.
Yes. So that's what I told you. So see, there's big temptation. Imagine somebody bringing 5 million naira and say, Tunde, look the other way. Let's use 5 bags instead of 10 bags. Take this 5 million and so you'll be thinking, vacation in Dubai.
So bottom line, corruption.
Yeah, corruption. But I'm trying to appeal to conscience of the people.
I hope it works.
All of us have conscience now.
I hope it works.
All of us have conscience.
I hope the appeal to conscience will work.
Yeah, that's it.
Thank you for these appeals, but I hope it works.
No, we're appealing to the conscience of those who wield the authority.
Exactly.
The authority. I'm not particularly appealing to
do the right thing.
Exactly.
Of the lay
people, yes.
It's important for everybody to do what is right. But more so for those who have the constitutional and statutory responsibility.
You know why
to regulate and enforce standards.
You know why I was saying I hope it works? It's because the temptation to want to cut the corners is usually very high. Imagine someone taking, like you said, 5 million naira to simply not, be too tough on the rules. He might just look at it like, what do I gain after 35 years working with this government at the end of the day, really?
What do you gain after taking 5 million naira and then seeing 30 people get killed?
Again, that's the problem. Do you not get paid?
Do you not get paid for doing this job
that you're doing?
That's it.
Okay.
And they now justify, certain things because of that.
Gentlemen, thank you very much. When we come back after this break, you have the opportunity to call us and be part of the conversation. 0809 155 1055. You can call us 0809 155 1055, 0825 699 8678 and 0706 949 3000. Good evening and thank you for being there.
Pop and keep on popping. At home, at work, at play or leisure, anytime, anywhere. Pop Cola tasty soft drink refreshes you and lifts your spirit. Pop Cola comes in different flavors. Pop Cola, Pop Orange, Pop Apple, Bubble Pop, and Infinite Power. Pick your choice and pop. Pop quenches your thirst first for all your events. Come on now, pop your way to new life and new refreshment. Just pop. Distributors are wanted for Pop Cola for Southwest Nigeria. Contact Tammy and Timmy on 0810-453-8556. For distributorship details, office address is at ATM Mall beside First Bank, Okeado, Ibadan, or your state. Get quality refreshment. Pop Cola. Pop.
It's hot. It's nationwide. Online and offline. The biggest sales of the year 2021. It's Konga Yakata. From 11th November to 12th December. Supported by HP, Intel, Verve, Lenovo, Samsung, Unilever, Zynox, and many more. Konga, the e-commerce group you trust.
Good night, Susan.
Good night, sir.
Hi. You need it when? Okay, we'll get it done. Guys, we can't leave. Got to finish the client's order tonight.
Tonight? This time?
How about some top tea to cheer us up?
Tea. Top tea.
Only one bag of Top Tea makes 2 strong cups. So taste to know more flavor, enjoyment,
great
friendship, and upliftment.
Wow, this looks gorgeous.
Taste to know. Top Tea.
Yeah! Anytime you feel cold and cut out, take Procold. Procold now better melody. Take Procold for effective relief from cold and cut out. Everywhere you go, take Procold.
Make no wakamis rodo. Procold get paracetamol and phenylephrine for effective relief from cold and catarrh within 20 minutes. Now, Orange Drugs Limited distributor. If symptoms never stop after 3 days, make you waka go see your doctor. Procold, now better medicine.
Procold, take Procold, take Procold, Procold, take Procold.
Dem no dey tanda one place dey wait for life o. You go sharparly waka go meet am. No be how many chance wey you get na im matter o. Na wetin you take am do na im be the koko. As day dey break dey go, cup after cup. With better smell wey dey tinkolo body. And omyomyo taste of Nescafe 3-in-1. Your day don start gidigba be that o. E con still finish gidigba. Nescafe don land now for sachet for shinkily 70 naira. With Nescafe, everything don start be that o.
Make you join the Obunge Yellow Awoof giveaway. They jollificate with extra 500% bonus anytime when you recharge with 100 naira or more on top MTN Better Talk. And if you like everyday Awoof, na star 888 hash, you go take recharge to enjoy 600% Awoof bonus on top MTN Awoof for you and enjoy 700% extra bonus every time when you recharge 100 naira or more on top MTN Yafu Yafu. So turn up Awoof with the boost brain.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
Niger Kings. Get ready as Bud brings in Premier League's John Terry, La Liga's Roberto Carlos, and MPFL players for an epic face-off on the field in the first ever Game of Kings football match.
In this battle of the greats, you have a chance to manage either John Terry
or the Roberto Carlos team as they play alongside Nigerian players.
Simply grab a Bud, get your participation code under the crown cork, and text code to 7827, or visit our website to apply as manager and for a VIP invite to watch the match live. Terms and conditions apply. Be a king.
Niger.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jumia Black Friday is coming, and it starts on the 5th of November, 2021.
La 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 la. Ìyá ọlọ́gbọ́n. Èwo lẹ̀ ń ṣe?
Mo ń ṣe oúnjẹ òwúrọ̀ pẹ̀lú mílìkì ìdàgbàsókè PIC 456.
Oúnjẹ òwúrọ̀ pẹ̀lú mílìkì ìdàgbàsókè PIC 456 kẹ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, ó ní àlékún DHA, èyí tó ń ṣe àtìlẹ́yìn ìdàgbàsókè ọpọlọ tó jí pépé. Bákan náà ló tún ní káṣíọ̀mù, fítámìn D àti onígá ńlá protein láti mú àwọn ọmọ rẹ dàgbà kí wọ́n sì lágbára.
Mo fẹ́ràn ẹ̀. Màá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní fi mílìkì ìdàgbàsókè PIC 456 tó ní àlékún DHA, èyí tó ń ṣàtìlẹ́yìn ìdàgbàsókè ọpọlọ tó jí pépé fi kún àwọn èròjà ìṣaralóore fún àwọn ọmọ mi.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Dàgbà kó lágbára kó sì jáfáfá pẹ̀lú mílìkì ìdàgbàsókè PIC 456 lójoojúmọ́.
Ṣé a bá ń sọ fún àwọn èèyàn wípé pẹ̀lú Super Picks wọ́n lè sọ àsọtẹ́lẹ̀ géèmù mẹ́fà wọ́n sì jẹ $50 mílíọ̀nù wọ́n wá béèrè wípé.
Gbóná èlò ni màá ná.
Àádẹ́ sọ fún wọn wípé ọ̀fẹ́ ni. Lójijì ìbéèrè wọn wá yí padà sí.
Ṣé o tẹ́ ẹ sọ ni pé ọ̀fẹ́ bí ọ̀fẹ́ tàbí ọ̀fẹ́ bí ọ̀fẹ́?
Tí Super Picks bá sọ pé ọ̀fẹ́ náà ni. Sọ àsọtẹ́lẹ̀ géèmù mẹ́ta ó sì lè jẹ $50 mílíọ̀nù ní gbogbo òpin ọ̀sẹ̀. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ló ṣe rọrùn pẹ̀lú Super Picks. Lọ sórí superpicks.com láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní sọ àsọtẹ́lẹ̀ ìlànà àti àdéhùn wà ṣá o. Super Picks, ìwọ́ta, àwa ó sanwó.
When I wake up in the morning, I need something to help me start my day. Start my day. PIC 456 has DHA. It helps my brain to grow. It helps me to be smart. Oh, my own milk, oh, PIC 456, yeah. My own milk, oh, PIC 456, yeah. My own milk, oh, PIC 456, yeah. My own milk, oh, PIC 456, yeah.
Make you join the Obunge Yellow Awoof giveaway. They jollificate with extra 500% bonus anytime when you recharge with 100 naira or more on top MTN Better Talk. And if you like everyday Awoof, na star 888 hash, you go take recharge to enjoy 600% Awoof bonus on top MTN Awoof for you and enjoy 700% extra bonus every time when you recharge 100 naira or more on top MTN Yafu Yafu. So turn up Awoof with a boost brain.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
Look everywhere, look in different places. So many people winning all over the world. The time has come, the moment we've been fighting for. So many women winning all over the world. So stand up, cause you can, and you can. You are the spice, you are the seasoning. You got the recipe, you can be whatever you want. Yes, you are the flavor, as beautiful as the rainbow. You got the recipe, you can do whatever you want.
You have the recipe. What will you make?
With Maggie, cook the difference.
Splash FM.
All right, so welcome back. 0809 155 1055. 0809 155 1055. 0805 699 8678 and 0706 949 155 1055. 0805 699 8678. Let's see who is on this line. Okay, who is here? Hello, good evening. Hello? Okay, it's gone. No, let me call the number again. If you want to be part of the conversation, 0809 155 1055. 0809 155 1055. 0805 699 8678 and 0706 949 3000. So, Michael, you are yet to make your own comment about the solutions.
Well, the solution, I said it, that number one, we have to wait for the report of the that committee set up by the governor. And then the governor has to be prepared to, punish anybody indicted in this matter. That's a very important element in this thing that we're talking about. You have to be ready to punish anybody.
Okay. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us.
It's a pleasure. My name is Biola Adeyemo.
Biola Adeyemo. Where are you calling us from, sir?
I'm coming from Mokola.
From Mokola. Welcome. Let's do this.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. It's a sad story we are talking about here, and it's a very regularly occurring. And like somebody said in the studio, I can't remember the name now, he said, it will happen again. It's going to happen again. It's not that it's a cause. It's just going to happen again because it's not get ourselves together. We are not ready to say this prepare story. Find the excuse.
Oh my, that line went off. Bill Adeyemo, if you are listening, please call us again. We would like to conclude your thought on this one. Let's see, someone else is here. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Oh, hello, good evening. Welcome. Welcome, Mr. Abayemi.
I am on the same page with Tunde this evening. The regulatory agency are the major problem on the issue. Seun, if you go to your state today, in Ibadan, for example, many of those who built 2 or 3-story buildings, go and look at what they actually approved in the ministry. Maybe bungalow. This they did not even bother themselves to go and monitor. You see, there's no monitoring at all. And when there is monitoring, there is compromise. Nigeria factor we play in. So I think the major issue is there. My recommendation is that those who are in affairs, especially the management staff of the agency, should not be attached to the commissioner. They have commissioner responsible for the attack or say they will compromise to the commissioner.
Okay.
That's what is playing out.
Okay.
Number two, there will be consequence for this problem. And plus that we continue to see it and there is no consequence. It will continue like that. Good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Abayemi. Thank you so much. Let's have this one last. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Good evening. Welcome to Splash Rendezvous. Welcome, Alhaji Abdusalam. Let's have this quickly.
Yeah, I think we don't cherish journalism in Nigeria. And most of our contractors or developers, they don't follow the technical, they don't allow the technical experts to take up your project side. Instead, they believe in quack. Because, you see, media industry or consultancy industry could be lucky to study of medicine, where we have people that are gynecologists, we are ophthalmologists, medicine or something like that. We have physiologists and the rest. We have, so in civil industry too, we have software engineer, civil engineer, quantity surveyor, architect, and so on and so forth.
All right.
So people, when they are building projects, instead of allow this kind of professionals to come together and each doing own bit on that project, they will just bring one quack man and beat 4 man, and they will do anything goes.
Thank you.
And like the previous scholars have already fight, we compromise the law. People in the ministry.
All right. Thank you, Alhaji Abdusalam. I understand that. We have to go. I apologize. We have to go because the news is coming up in few seconds. We'll be back after the news timeout. Stay with us.
Splash FM 105.5.
We educate. That's why we are respected. We inform. That's why we are loved. More music. We are the best. The Integrity Station. Splash, splash.
105.5. Quick, charge at 240.
Hot news, cool vibes, sports, and more on the Integrity Station.
Good evening and welcome to News Highlight at 6 p.m. I'm Seun Akinola. The Chairman, Code of Conduct Bureau, CCB, Professor Mohammed Isa, has solicited the cooperation of public officers on effective conduct of verification of asset declaration. Isa, who stated these at the news conference in Abuja, said that the law had made it mandatory for public officers to declare their assets before taking the oath of office. The chairman said the Bureau was working towards having an independent monitoring unit that will ensure monitoring of the lifestyle of public officers. On the Pandora Papers, Isa said that the Bureau was on top of the situation as those whose names had appeared were being investigated and if found guilty will be prosecuted accordingly. The Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, University of Abuja branch, has called on the federal government and security agencies for immediate rescue and release of all abducted members and staff of the university. The chairperson of the branch, Dr. Kashim Umar, made the call today at the news conference in Gwagwalada while reacting to the recent abduction of its members at the university staff quarters. Umar, who expressed concerns over insecurity situation, said that unless stringent and urgent measures were put in place to rescue its members, things might become worse. The National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, says that so far recovered 32 dead bodies from the collapsed building at Gerald Road, Ikoyi, Lagos. NEMA Acting Coordinator, Lagos State Territorial District, Mr. Ibrahim Fainloye, who confirmed this today, ordered that 9 injured persons had also been pulled out from the rubble as rescue operation entered its 4th day. Fainloye said the survivors included a female and 8 males. He said the operation will continue to ground zero as the agency had a mandate to rescue and recover trapped victims, whether dead or alive. And to the foreign scene, more than 80 migrants have been rescued off the coast of West Africa by Senegal's Navy. The migrants' boat had capsized while they were apparently trying to reach the Canary Islands, which were part of Spain. The vessel had left the Gambia on Monday and was seen by a Spanish military plane. 2 naval boats picked up the 82 people in the Atlantic Ocean, 86 kilometers off the Senegalese coast. The U.S. envoy to the Horn of Africa is visiting the Ethiopian capital Addis Ababa to press for a peaceful solution to the war in the north of the country. Geoffrey Feltman's visit comes as Tigrayan fighters have made some advances towards the capital in recent fighting. A police spokesman said many supporters of what he described as illegal terrorists have been arrested in Addis Ababa. The U.S. has authorized the voluntary departure of non-essential government employees. And finally, sports news. Leicester City winger Demola Lookman has decided to switch his international allegiance to Nigeria from England, but will have to wait a while before making his debut. The 24-year-old helped England win the Under-20 World Cup in 2017, but is eligible to play for the Super Eagles through his Nigerian parents. Despite opting to represent the West Africans, the Nigerian Football Federation (NFF) is yet to apply to world governing body FIFA for a nationality switch because he has played for England at under-19, under-20 and under-21 level. Nigeria previously succeeded in convincing several former England youth internationals such as Sonny Aluko, Victor Moses, Shola Amiobi, Alex Iwobi and Olaino to swap allegiances. And that ends the 6 p.m. news highlight for today. I'm Seun Akinola.
Quick, charge at 240.
Hot news, cool vibes, sports, and more on the Integrity Station. We educate, that's why we are respected. We inform, that's why we are loved. More music, we are the best. The Integrity Station. Splash, splash.
105.5.
Make you join the Obunge Yellow Awoof giveaway. They jollificate with extra 500% bonus anytime when you recharge with 100 naira or more on top MTN Better Talk. And if you like everyday Awoof, na star 888 hash, you go take recharge to enjoy 600% Awoof bonus on top MTN Awoof for you and enjoy 700% extra bonus every time when you recharge 100 naira or more on top MTN Yafu Yafu. So turn up Awoof with the boost brain.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
Niger Kings, get ready as Bud brings in Premier League's John Terry, La Liga's Roberto Carlos, and MPFL players for an epic face-off on the field in the first ever Game of Kings football match.
In this battle of the greats, you have a chance to manage either John Terry
or Roberto Carlos' team as they play alongside Nigerian players.
Simply grab a Bud, get your participation code under the crown cork and text code to 7827 or visit our website to apply as manager and for a VIP invite to watch the match live. Terms and conditions apply. Be a king.
Niger, it's on.
Walking barefoot on grass every day is good for you because as human beings, it is important for us to connect with nature. The feel of the sun on your skin, the whistle of the wind in your ear. It all feels amazing because I am in nature and nature is in me. I need a milk that contains nourishing goodness to support my natural lifestyle. That milk is Coast Milk. So go ahead and enjoy the goodness of Coast Milk today.
Coast Milk, it's in our nature.
Oga Tony not enjoy in house at all. The man will just enter a new duplex for Island and the roof don't dey give wahala. Hey, he can remember him friend Remy when yarn am about the roofing and ceiling matter. Remy roof still dey gidigba through any kind weather we land. No dey do like Oga Tony o. Choose Top-Right roofing and ceiling sheet way strong, way fine well, and way they available nationwide. For more tori, visit www.pureChemIndustries.com. Na Top-Right roofing and ceiling sheet we confirm.
Make you join the Obunge everyday Awoof na star 888 hash. You go take recharge to enjoy 600% Awoof bonus on top MTN Awoof for you and enjoy 700% extra bonus every time when you recharge 100 naira or more on top.
From the top of the Fisher Building, this is
Detroit's number one hit music station. Splash 105.5 FM, your integrity station.
Thank you for being there with us on Splash 105.5 FM, your integrity station. Welcome to the program. It's Splash Rendezvous. I told you that we're expecting to have a guest on the program today. Barrister Mutiu Abuke is now a PhD holder. I'd like to congratulate him on that. Barrister Abuke, welcome to the program.
Sure, thank you. It's my pleasure to be here.
Congratulations on the defense of your project.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate it.
How does it feel to cross that Rubicon?
It's not an easy thing, but for some of us that believe that we must continue to read and read and read and read, it's not easy. And
that's why you're clutching those books, those pile of books.
Okay, that was shortly after the man banged the thing on the table that you are not a doctor. So it was highly fulfilling.
It was good to have you done that.
Thank you.
That's inspiring. Gentlemen, welcome. This is the REC or your state, INEC REC in your state with us today. We'll be discussing different issues about INEC. We'll be looking at issues around Anambra election, a bit of that, and also what we need to do more in Oyo State, as it were, particularly when it comes to voter registration. It's a sequel to what we started on Wednesday last week on our program, where we have the head of the ICT of INEC in Oyo State on our program, and we discussed a lot of things. A lot of questions have been mandated even from that. So you can be part of the discussion. 0809-155-1055. If you have a question for INEC in Oyo State, you can also be part of this discussion this evening. So we have him here with us. I must also thank him, because I remember that Wednesday he was actually answering questions, from our viewers on Facebook page. When they asked the question, he was also trying to answer some of the questions that were asked that day. So we're here back again to have you join us. I guess someone is on this line already. I don't know whether it's what we were discussing earlier or something new. Hello, good evening.
Hello?
Hello, good evening. Thank you for joining us. What's the name? Where are you calling from? All right, but if you want to call us, we have the INEC REC in the studio. Together we will have this discussion. So, once again, welcome, sir. Before we go to Anambra, because Anambra is just something that is remote a bit to us, we are here in Oyo State. We'll start from Oyo State. Tell us, Honorable REC, what's the status of registration, voter registration right now, as stands in Oyo State?
Okay, thank you. For the pre-registration in Oyo State, we have 103,375, people who have gone to our platforms to do one thing or the other. And out of all this number we have, only 50,161, duly completed the process. So in other words, we still expect more people to come. And that is why I want to appeal to some of our politicians, our stakeholders, who at various points have procured one laptop or the other, assisting people to do pre-registration. Is a good idea. You can help them to have pre-registration. But the same energy you are deploying for them to register is the same that they should also deploy in ensuring that they complete the process. So it is not just enough that they mobilize them. A lot of people in their various world, various constituency, various areas were gathered together, and all they do is just to do pre-registration. If you pre-register, it will not qualify you to be able to vote on election day. You need to complete it by going to various INEC offices for your registration program.
All right, so as it stands now, we have 50,161 who are duly completed that process.
Exactly.
Can you give us a sense of how many registered voters we have in Oyo State?
The total number of our voter register is 4 million plus. Okay. It's 4 million plus. I will get it for you. I will get the figure for you.
Okay,
but we have over 4 million now.
We have over 4 million registered voters in Oyo State.
Yes.
I'm happy to hear that. So do we still have I'm sure he will get you. Do we still have people who are yet to collect their voter cards in Oyo State as we speak?
Yes. Sorry, not up to 4 million. It's 2 million plus. Okay. It's 2 million plus. Okay. Yes, I get it now. It's 2 million. I will get the actual figure.
Okay.
Yes. You see, a lot of people have refused. I'm saying that they have refused because repeatedly the level of collection is so marginal to the extent that it appears to INEC as if people are not even interested in collecting this card. As I speak to you now, if you remember, what we have now for the uncollected PVC is 72,000, not 73, 72,410. 72,410. Now, if you look at this now, look at this figure. Compared to the figure we had, 720,000. This is my glasses. I was worried. I was worried. Don't mind my glasses. 720,000. Sorry.
Maybe we need more lights.
Be careful.
May God forgive you.
720,767. Sorry. 720,767. Uncollected in Oyo State. And you can see that is very huge. If you add up the man that won the gubernatorial election and the gentleman that came second, put their figures together, you can understand what I'm saying.
Is it up to this figure?
It's not up to this figure.
So you can see what I'm saying.
Above it.
Just slightly. So we always say that the people who have refused to collect their voters' cards can change the destiny of an election.
No, that is the point. And that is why when some of the politicians are busy and interested in the campaign, in all other activities, and they are so nonchalant to this aspect of the process.
We do. I'm not saying what more. We need to do more to get people pick this. I remember that you even deployed the idea of making calls, sending text messages, but that fervor, that energy, that time just before the election seems to have died down.
No, you see, the point is that we will continue to talk. We will continue to talk and talk and talk. That is why I disagree with somebody that deliberately did a YouTube documentary, or so to speak, and was castigating the rec, that the rec is talking too much. No, I am to talk and over-talk and continue to talk. If I forgot, I will send it to you. INEC has a document on communication policy. Who are the individual we have to communicate with? What should we be communicating to them or with them? So this is a thing that is about our policy, our engagement, and the understanding of our operational framework.
Or could it be that the process of collection is a bit tedious?
No, it's not tedious. It's not tedious. What we do now is we have simplified it to the level of the registration. Where you go to register, you can also collect your card, at that point. But what I think we are going to do more, just like your question, by next week, 11th of November, I'm going to move, from one zone to another. I'm going to start from Okeogun. We are going to meet the major stakeholders in those zones. People in Oyo and Ogumosho as well. They will now come back to Ibadan. After we have done that, we are now going to open this window. A lot of people are going to our registration centers to say they want to register afresh. We are asked, what they ought to be asking for is the status of the registration they did in 2018, they did in 2014. It is not, they assume because their card has refused to come. Just like somebody was telling me, somebody registered 2010 and up to date, he has not seen, he has not seen his card. So the person now believes that, of course, such a person might not even be interested in the process. So we need to encourage them. Go there, ask for the status of the previous registration that you did. They will be able to look into records and see what actually has gone wrong.
Okay, all right. So,
well, my interest is slightly
different
from this. I mean, I noticed that even though the general elections are still almost 2 years away, but INEC seem to be in the middle of so many things right now with all these party congresses going on, and there have been accusations and counter accusations. Let's speak about Oyo State. How have you found the process?
It is not an interesting thing at all. It was an exercise. Even the election that we conducted was not as very thick and tedious, like some of these congresses you are talking about. But you see, it is one of the mandates given to the commission by law. And my philosophy is that at any point in time, the only way we can straighten things for ourselves is for us as a commission to uphold the regulation and encourage the stakeholders to follow the rules. And this is the problem majority of the stakeholders are not interested in doing. They believe their own way, they have their own way of doing their things, is their internal, affairs and arrangement. Now, if you have your internal affairs and arrangement, INEC has no right to dabble into it. But in terms of decision making and deciding on the direction to go, INEC should have a formula to arrive at what decision to take or not. And what do I mean? If before the election, I had no problem with a particular party factionalizing, I have no problem with a particular party, determining the authenticity of the particular ESCO of the party to reckon with or not. Like I said the other time, we have 2,934,107 registered voters in Oyo State.
That's not today.
2,934,107. So by the time we continue to update based on CVR, of course, the number will increase. So we'll be updating you, in due course. So if there was no factionalization, nothing until the issue of Congress came up, then the onus is on INEC to ask one single question. And the question is, which of, who are the individuals, i.e., executive members that the commissioner has been relating with, dealing with, prior to the election, after the election, up to the eve of the Congress. So, for INEC, there is no conflict at the level of the state Congress. At the local government, what I insisted was all of you must go to the same. It was just one ESCO that will give us the venue. They will write us the venue, they will write us the date, they will write us the time.
What if INEC gets 2 letters? We're having one at Dogo, we're having one at Adamasimba.
No, I'm coming there. That is the state. That's what I said. You can only have that at the state Congress.
At the state Congress.
At the World Congress, at the local government Congress, there was no. If anybody said he brought 2 letters to INEC, the person should come out and tell me. Nobody. So each of them now, because they have already, individual was now fighting for interest here and there, they were now trying to talk to me. Some of them came to the office, and I told them, I said, come, this is your internal affairs. For me, INEC, I will not allow any of my staff to attend factionalized Congress. No. First of all, I'm going to reckon with the list of the venues submitted by the ESCO. By the ESCO, not factional ESCO. By the ESCO. That's one. My advice now was, okay, they now insisted that no, right, that's not the way to do it. We will go and do our own anywhere. Just send anybody to it to come and do. I said, no, I won't do that. I made that clear. I didn't pretend or hide or suspecting me what is the body language of the... No. I said it. But I knew I was just talking. Now, that one came. The World Congress came. I now instructed my staff. When you get to a particular venue given to us, in that particular venue, you could see clusters of group, or people rather, A, B, C, in the same place, doing the same thing Are you with me? The same venue given to us, doing the same thing. What is your responsibility there? Even some of the journalists do not even know that INEC has no specific role to play than to sit down look at the venue. I was at the APC venue, at the Liberty Stadium, and one of your people was asking me, "Are you going to ensure there's going to be credible process in this election?" I said, "Which election are you talking about? What concern INEC with this one?
It's not a statutory election for INEC.
We are just here to observe." Now, back to your question. So at that World Congress, if you meet or see 3 groups in the same venue given to us, your responsibility is to take note. I attended this clinic. I met so. There are 3 factions here.
That you were observing.
That is your report. That was the report we sent to Abuja. I'll give you an example. Assuming the ESCO said Splash FM is the venue, and somebody felt that no, we won't use the Splash FM. We are going to use another street close to Splash FM. We will not be there. We didn't attend it. We did not. So now come to local government. By the time they came to local government, the thing was somehow becoming streamlined. Some of them that could withstand it went to the same venue. In fact, there was one, it was at the gate of that venue that the thing was held. The report was written. But if the ESCO says go to this venue and you went elsewhere, we won't go there.
Okay.
Now
the state. Quickly, yes.
At the state level, the same ESCO that have been communicating to us submitted a list of venues, because I insisted I want the list of your venue, I want the personnel that work there and the phone numbers. At that point in time, another individuals also wrote.
So another letter to you?
Yes.
To INEC?
Yes.
So INEC got 2 letters?
No, of course. At that point, INEC should have the ability to determine which of the venues to attend.
Should INEC be determining which venue to attend?
INEC will determine it because
you have factions.
No. It is not our business with the factionalization. I'm emphasizing that.
But you're choosing which one to observe.
To attend, yes.
What if the ESCOs have been removed?
ESCOs will be removed and INEC will not be aware.
Okay, if they communicate that this ESCO...
There was no such communication. Okay. That was what happened. Don't go there. Don't go from there. That was what happened on a particular program I was discussing, and somebody called and said, "Hey, Rek, you are correct. You are right. What you did was correct. But what you ought to have done was to have asked us, listen, that the ESCO we are relating with have been dissolved." I now ask him on a live program, "Okay, did you inform us? Was INEC there?" Because if you want to do your primary or do your congress, INEC must observe. Well, we are aware. He said, "No, we didn't, but you ought to have asked us." That is not it. That's not the procedure.
Okay. I will take a break. I'll be back in a moment. If you want to be a part of this one, we are all live on Facebook. You can join us. The INEC Rec is right here. You can also be part of it by sending us SMS or calling us if you have a question. I'm sure politicians are interested in this line of discussion, so we can get discussions, fired up after this timeout. Stay with us. Don't go away.
It's hot. It's nationwide, online and offline. The biggest sales of the year 2021. It's Konga Yakata from 11th November to 12th December. Supported by HP, Intel, Verve, Lenovo, Samsung, Unilever, Zynox, and many more. Konga, the e-commerce group you trust.
Báwo lo ṣe ń súnmọ́ ìṣẹ̀dá? Ṣé nípa àwọn ibi tó máa ń lọ ni?
Mo fẹ́ràn etí òkun.
Bóyá o fẹ́ràn àwọn ẹranko.
Ó tù ẹ́.
Torí pé ò ń gbé pẹ̀lú ìṣẹ̀dá sì ń gbé nínú rẹ. O nílò mílìkì tó kún fún dídára ìṣaralóore tó ń ṣagbátẹrù ìgbé ayé rẹ. Mílìkì ọ̀hún ni
Coast Milk. Torí náà, tẹ̀síwájú láti máa jẹ̀gbádùn ìṣaralóore inú Coast Milk lónìí.
Coast Milk. It's in our nature.
Make you join the Obunge Yellow Awoof giveaway. They jollificate with extra 500% bonus anytime when you recharge with 100 naira or more on top MTN Better Talk. And if you like every day Awoof, na star 888 hash, you go take recharge to enjoy 600% Awoof bonus on top MTN Awoof for you and enjoy 700% extra bonus every time when you recharge 100 naira or more on top MTN Yafu Yafu. So turn up Awoof with a boost brain.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
Power your dream.
Anytime malaria show, Nakam Shalatem.
Má ṣe gba ibà láyè lára rẹ o. Tètè kojú rẹ̀ pẹ̀lú Shalatem. Shalatem jẹ́ ojúlówó oògùn ibà tí a fi Artemita àti lumefantrine ṣe láti ọwọ́ Shalina Healthcare ní ilẹ̀ tiwantiwa Nàìjíríà. Shalatem wà fún ọmọdé, ó sì wà fún àgbàlagbà. Pàápàá jùlọ, ó wà fún gbogbo ọjọ́ orí. Wàyé o, rántí láti lo Shalatem pẹ̀lú oúnjẹ. Tí àlàáfíà ò bá wá dé bá ara rẹ lẹ́yìn ọjọ́ mẹ́ta, tètè kó ya lọ rí dókítà.
Naija Kings, get ready as Bud brings in Premier League's John Terry, La Liga's
To manage either John Terry
or Roberto Carlos' team as they play alongside Nigerian players.
Simply grab a Bud, get your participation code under the crown cork and text code to 7827 or visit our website to apply as manager and for a VIP invite to watch the match live. Terms and conditions apply. Be a king.
Niger, it's on.
Make you join the Obunge Yellow Awoof giveaway. They jollificate with extra 500% bonus anytime when you recharge with 100 naira or more on top MTN Better Talk. And if you like every day Awoof, na star 888 hash, you go take recharge to enjoy 600% Awoof bonus on top MTN Awoof for you and enjoy 700% extra bonus every time when you recharge 100 naira or more on top MTN Yafu Yafu. So turn up Awoof with a boost brain.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
To all the children of the world, standing tall and trying to grow. You can have it when it's warm, and then sing this song. I love my Indomie, Indomie, Indomie. Yes, I love my Indomie.
Indomie noodles, tasty nutrition, good for you.
Yes, children love Indomie.
Everybody wants a big deal, but ask yourself, what is a big deal? How big must a big deal be to qualify as a big deal? Ladies and gentlemen, Jumia Black Friday is coming, and it starts on the 5th of November, 2021.
Dem no dey tanda one place dey wait for life o. You go sharply waka go meet am. No be how many chance wey you get na im matter o. Na wetin you take am do na be the koko. As day dey break dey go, cup after cup, with better smell wey dey tinkolo body. And omyomyo taste of Nescafe 3-in-1. Your day don start gidigba be that o. E con still finish gidigba. Nescafe don land now for sachet for shinkily 70 naira. With Nescafe, everything don start be that o.
Make you join the Obunge Yellow Awoof giveaway. They jollificate with extra 500% bonus anytime when you recharge with 100 naira or more on top MTN Better Talk. And if you like every day Awoof, na star 888 hash, you go take recharge to enjoy 600% Awoof bonus on top MTN Awoof for you and enjoy 700% extra bonus every time when you recharge 100 naira or more on top MTN Yafu Yafu. So turn up Awoof with a boost brain.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
Splash FM 105.5.
Thank you for being there. We appreciate you for always being with us. Thank you, Olojade Adebowale David on Facebook. He said, the collapsed building is another fruit of corruption. May the soul of the victims rest in peace. Amen. Well done. Thank you. David Tayo Lomo, Fakunle Busayonsi, thank you for watching us. I said politicians will be interested. If you want to ask the direct question, you can ask him 0809 155 1055. 0809 155 1055. Daniel Craig, your state, he's still here. I said that politicians will be interested in this one, particularly this last Congress. Some faction of the PDP accused you of collecting money from the governor.
That's a dead story.
And I know that you responded to it.
That's a dead story. You see, when our stakeholders, they have their own idiosyncrasy, and they have the way they do their things. And when they do it, the best thing at times is to keep quiet. But the one that is very sensitive, you have to respond, so that it won't be your silence means that you are guilty. So I've responded. That has been done. When I told them I was going to sue the party, the leaders of the party, few of them, and the ESCO, they had to come. They had to come as a team to apologize and disown the person. So some of our elders as well, some of our chiefs in Ibadan called me. Leave them. Don't bother yourself. I just drop it. I was already with I've prepared the writ I was going to file, but it's not an issue. It's not an issue.
Some also said that
I've lived above some things that cannot be just.
Would you say that INEC did not attend the factionalized Congress?
If anybody has evidence that INEC attended, the person should either call now or come to my office.
Okay, somebody's on this line. Let's see. Hello, good evening. Okay, you can call us 0809 155 1055, 0809 155. Yeah, okay, hello.
Good evening, once again. From Makata.
Welcome, Mr. Awayemi. Quickly, you have to fire the question in 1 minute.
Yes, in 1 minute, in less than 1 minute. One of the reasons why the registration is slow or the cards are not collected is because the registration center is too far from Makata here. We have to go to it. Many of us in the community are not ready to go to Ido from here. So bring it to the unit where we register here. So the unit, put in unit, not Ido. It's too far from here. That's why people are not collecting or registering. So do something urgent about it. Good evening.
Babayemi has been saying this consistently.
For now, registration is at the local government level. Perhaps if the headquarters feel we should go to the ward level or polling unit, why not?
Okay. Hello.
Good evening. Good evening. Hello.
Good evening.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us.
Yes, my name is Mr. Lawal. I'm calling from within Ibadan. Please, I just tuned in. I'd like to know, I moved from Port Harcourt to Ibadan, which is my home state. I'd like to know what next to do because I've not voted since I came in. Please.
You don't have any problem.
What do I do?
You don't have any problem.
Yes.
Just go to www.cvr.inecnigeria www.cvr.inecnigeria.org. When you enter in that portal, the portal will ask you there are a lot of things you can do there. One of the things is the one that affects you. It will ask you transfer. Just click on it. You can do that. You can do the transfer without coming to INEC office. Do the transfer without coming to INEC office.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you.
All right. I'm happy that a problem is solved there. So you just go to www.cvr.inecnigeria.org and work on that by yourself. Let's see who's here. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening. My name is Tunde Olawuwo.
Tunde Olawuwo, welcome. Let's do this quickly.
Yeah, my issue is I've not been able to collect my PBR. PBC, since I transferred it to Oyo State. I registered in Ogun State, I think 2009 or 10. I've had that one, and I approached them at Akinyele. They recovered that one for me, and they said it would be ready so time. I went there, they said it wasn't ready.
after the election, I went back there. There was nobody in that office anymore. I met a gateman that said that everything is in CDN or something, that I cannot collect it.
Okay, let me just ask you, brother, before you go. Are you sure you are told that they recovered your data, your details on the INEC register?
I don't know how to be sure. I thought
you said when you went there, they told you that your registration was intact.
Yes. No, I collected the old one from Ogun State. I've had it, but I couldn't vote with it except I go to Ogun State. So I had to transfer it to Oyo State. That's actually where I stay now.
Okay, you know what you do? You know what you do? Tomorrow, or when do you think you can go there? Go back to Akinyele. When you are there, when you are in the Akinyele office, call my number 080 374-35880. 080 374-35880. Call me there so that we can sort it out straight away.
Okay, but I didn't get the number anyway.
080 374
374
35 880. 0.
Okay, thank you.
If you call me and I don't pick, just send a text. If you call me and I don't pick, send a text that you are the one that called on Splash FM, so I will know what to do.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
All
you.
right, please try that. Honorable Reg, when trying this CVR website,
.inetnigeria.org.
It's not coming up.
Getting error, server error.
Maybe it is network. It will come up.
Okay.
It will come up.
Okay. I needed to put that on for you to know that if there's something to be done on it,
It will come up.
Yeah,
it happens like that once.
All right. So make it quickly. Okay, somebody is here. You have a lot of people calling you. Just one person no more. Hello. Good evening. Hello. Are you there?
Hello. Good evening. I'm there.
Yes. What's the name? Where are you calling me from, sir?
My name is Femi Ojo. I am calling from Ibadan.
Femi Ojo. Let's do this quickly. 30 seconds just for the question.
All right. Well, firstly, I must commend the dexterity of the REC at answering most of these questions that were posed at him. And I like to mention that most of these politicians are Confucianists. So most times they try to create unnecessary confusion, polarizing their individual parties, which is an attempt to to bring INEC into disrepute and make them look like they are not doing what they are supposed to do. But quick to my question, I love to ask. I registered in Ondo State back in 2010. And all efforts to get my PVC before I left Ondo State was abortive. So I've relocated to Oyo State about a year after. That was 2011. And since then, I've made several efforts. I reached out to INEC in Ondo State. I reached out to the local government where I registered. But they all said my PVC is not found. Up till now, I still have not found my PVC. So I'd like the REC to advise on what I should do next.
Local government are you?
Oluyole local government in Ibadan here.
Oluyole
local. Yeah.
You are resident in Oluyole in Ibadan now.
Yes, I am.
Estate or Oluyole local government? Oluyole local government.
Yes, Oluyole local government.
Very good. Go to Idianyure office of INEC. Go there. When you are going there, let me know by sending a text to me. If you call, I will not pick. Just send a text or do a WhatsApp. When you get to that office, then communicate with me. First of all, we have to determine the status of your registration before we can start looking for your card.
Okay, I have the temporary registration card.
My brother, you may have it. You may have it. There may not be anything in our record. That's why I said go there. Okay. You will first of all determine the status of your registration. Just send me a text. Right, I will call them to attend to you.
All right, so gentlemen, we have to go. I know the REC is someone that we can always call upon and it will come again. But thank you very much for coming on the program today. We appreciate your coming. We have some commercials to deal with right now. So, Michael, we will not be able to take your question.
No problem. Anytime.
All right, so thank you Tunde, for coming on the program today.
Thank you.
And we appreciate you. INEC, any last word? Just one word.
No, there's no word. INEC will continue to stand by its mandate. One of the mandates is to conduct Anambra election on Saturday. The commission is ready. All material men are already deployed. We are on standby. The security are also on ground. So after Saturday, we'll know who is the next governor of Anambra.
So ask if you're going to transmit electronically.
INEC will do all that we have been doing before now.
Including server.
INEC will do what we did in Edo, what we did in Ondo, and what we are going to do.
We're hoping there will be electronic transmission.
Or biometric verification.
Biometric will be verified, by...
You were answering that one. You're not answering this one.
No, I've answered... you know why I'm being soft on him? He's a Man U fan. So I won't take it very hard on him.
We have to go. Thank you very much for all that you've done today. Many thanks to you. We'll be back next week Thursday on this program.
Thank you.
Good evening and have a wonderful Thursday.
Splash FM 105.5